music first. Hi, welcome back to my live broadcast. Today is 28th, right? 28th October 2020, Wednesday, right? Okay, so today we're going to talk about who is the next Ifast, because we know that Ifast keeps soaring up until now. So this is the most popular Singapore stock until now, right? It's the strongest Singapore stock, superstar now. So who would be the next Ifast? Can we catch the next Ifast? What should we do to catch the next Ifast? Okay, so secondly, I will talk about AMD and also Alibaba, because AMD just issued its quarter 3 earning results, and the results turned out to be quite good, satisfying, but the price, performance of the price of the stock movement is not that satisfying. So later we'll talk further about why, what's the reason, right? And then also for Alibaba, because yesterday I mentioned about IPO for Ant Group, right? So Ant Group belongs to Alibaba, right? So means if let's say stimulated by the good news of this IPO for Ant Group, Alibaba, we see the price went up yesterday. So is it a good chance to buy Alibaba now, right? And the third part, okay, I will talk about your individual stocks. So also get your stocks ready now. You can write them down in the comment section, and also you can WhatsApp me privately, okay? And if you really want me to give you some more detailed advice, better you can write down more details. Let's say this share you're looking to buy, or you already bought. If you have bought, what is your cost price, right? What is your cost price? So that's about the third part. Okay, so firstly, about Ifast. Okay, so today we check the price for Ifast. See, keep going up until now. So, and also some people are worried that after soaring up to such a height, will it drop soon? Should we sell now, right? So I already mentioned, as long as you follow the trading system here, you don't need to worry, because now it's still risky, right? And today also risky, because the price keep going up. It will be risky also today. So as long as it's risky, you can keep holding. Previously we have the yellow Tai Chi here, but the price didn't drop below the low price of the yellow Tai Chi, means no big correction. The price, if break up the high of the yellow Tai Chi, might continue going up further. So really the price break up the high of the Tai Chi, so now keep soaring up until now. And some investors might argue, well, yesterday it seems like a shooting star, right? And well, shooting star is a bearish pattern, candle pattern, so maybe danger is coming, the price would drop immediately in near future. So maybe we should sell, right? But you know, the let's say the influence or the power of candlestick patterns are quite limited. Unless the candle pattern it appears at a key position, then it will be really powerful. Or else the function or the power will be quite limited. For example, you check previously, back at this timing, 13th October, right? So many people feel that, wow, it's already very high, right? So after 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 days rally on end, this is already a big profit here. Sorry. This is already a big profit here. Okay, let me get the real circle again. Okay, so if we calculate here, right? So you check for 6 days, your profit is 21%. Many people feel, well, it's already very big profit for short term, and this is also something like a shooting star, and you can see this is a doji, okay, because we have a lower shadow here, right? So this pattern, this candle pattern also seems like a bit bearish. Wow, it's time to take profit, right? Another big rally and another big rally, and also here also people feel, wow, the price cannot hit new highs in you see it keeps sideways here, right, for 1, 2, 3 days. So it seems also there is a Tai Chi signal, but of course the Tai Chi, we know we need the price drop below the low, but it never drop below the low. So actually no sell points. If you only want to sell based on the candle pattern here, wow, you will miss the majority of profits. So that's why we say you follow the indicator, the trading system here, you can maximize your profit. How many of you maybe who have bought Ifast at a very low position but failed to keep holding until now? How many of you have sold away here when you got 20% of profit, then you sold away? Then how many sold away here to miss this big jump 2 days ago, right? So this is the beauty of following the trading system. Okay, so when it comes to, well, whether or not we should sell in the future, my opinion remain unchanged. Follow the circle, follow the red circle, and also in future, if we have another yellow Tai Chi signal, right, we can also check the yellow Tai Chi, the low price. If the price effectively drop below the low price of yellow Tai Chi, usually that would be a significant correction. You can consider to leave. And the final sell point for short term for Ifast would be the first white circle in future. Okay, so this is about how do we deal with Ifast if we have bought and have keep holding until now, right? And some others might ask me, well, what if I didn't buy, now I want to buy? Okay, I hope you don't ask me such kind of a question in future, because I already told you, never chase after the rally, especially when for short term it's already very, very high, right? And for short term trading, if you really want to make profit safely, you need to make sure your buy point is as low as possible. Of course, the precondition is you are safe, right? Okay, so this is about Ifast. Then here comes the question you are concerned with the most. Who would be the next Ifast? Right? Every people curious. Who would be next Ifast? Okay, so for me, I to tell you the truth, right? So I cannot tell you that a certain stock for sure would be the future Ifast, but I know some stocks that might have the potentiality to become the future Ifast. So how do I get these stocks? I just follow the software, the multicolor dragon first, to check whether or not the big boys above 50%. If the big boys above 50%, and then no retailer, or maybe a retailer would disappear very soon, And when I'm saying big boys above 50%, I mean the big boys above 50% quite stably for a while. Okay, so you see for Ifast, this pattern before the big rally, the pattern here is perfect. It's very beautiful because you see quite stably above 50, even when there is long time sideways here, right? Retailer appear, but small amount, then disappear very soon. So you see, this is beautiful, the perfect pattern. And once you got the price, break up the high price of the recircle, first recircle here, right? So this is the perfect entry point for short-term trading. Okay, then you keep holding on. Then if you can find similar chart as Ifast, of course you will have a very high probability to catch the future Ifast. Okay, so for example, this one share called 1F2. Sorry, 1F2. What was wrong with my keyboard? I think something wrong with my keyboard. I cannot key in F. Strange. Well, where is the stock? Why the stock is gone? Yeah, Union Gas. Okay. Okay. So what's the feature for Union Gas? Of course, previously at the bottom the price already went up a lot, right? Now the position is not that low, so we check the long term to know our position, right? And also we need to check the volume a bit. Okay, so currently the volume is around 1 million, so that's okay. But sometimes when the volume is low, it's also less than 1 million, right? But for Singapore market, sometimes if the pattern is very beautiful, right? The candle pattern, the indicators look very beautiful. Maybe you can lower your standard a bit. If the volume around 0.5 million, okay, so maybe you already can consider. Okay, so for this one, when the volume is high, it also can reach more than 1 million, right? But sometimes when it's low, it's less than 1 million, right? Yeah, but Singapore market, our chances not so many as in US or Hong Kong or Malaysia, so we need to lower our standard a bit. And for example, you see for previously 九天 Chemical, also you check the volume. Okay, so the volume is good, but the price, you see, it's not that satisfying. It's less than 10 cents. So yesterday I mentioned, for me, my principle is if the price is less than 10 cents, I will not trade it, because most of these shares, majority 90% of this kind of shares, usually they are the garbage, but there will be one or two, a few who might be really bullish. So 九天 Chemical turned out to be one of them, right? But for me, this is a low probability, right? Lower probability, I'd like to give it up to avoid potential bigger risks. Okay, so this is for the trading principle here. And then let's go back to 1F2 Union Gas, right? So for this one, the price at least is around 50 cents. It's okay, right? Around 50 cents. Only problem, the volume is just a little bit low. But you check multicolor dragon, the pattern is very beautiful, right? It's also quite stable, about around 50%. And what we see is after this rally here, right? So this is the previous rally, right? After that, the price a sideways there for several days. After the yellow Tai Chi, right? So this is the yellow Tai Chi here. After the yellow Tai Chi, the price sideways around the yellow Tai Chi, not really drop below, right? So you see 1 day below, 2 day below, 3 day below, but the first day go back above the yellow Tai Chi, and the price get support at a red circle, right? And yeah, so the price sideways there for a while, and after the first red circle here, right? This is the first red circle. We don't yet have the confirmation, because the confirmation to buy is when the close price should be higher than the high price of the first red circle candle. And sometimes if you are aggressive, maybe you can check the close price of the first red circle. If you check the close price, okay, so yesterday, that's already the close price already higher than the close price of the first red circle candle, right? So actually this one might have opportunity in near future. I cannot say that for this one the price might give us such a big rally as Ifast, as big as Ifast. For that I'm not sure, but at least you're quite safe to follow this kind of share, and you follow the trading principles to trade. You can always make profits. Most of the times you can make profit, and if you are lucky, you will come across next Ifast. As long as you stick to this method here, sooner or later you will come across Ifast many times in future. Yeah, but the precondition is you need to stick to the method. If you use it this time, then after you use it for once, you feel that it's not that satisfying, result is not that satisfying, then you give up, then you just drop it, and you continue to find some other methods. Then you cannot catch the opportunities in future with this method. You have missed the chances that which you should have been able to capture. Okay, yeah, so this is the one. I think the pattern is quite beautiful here. And if we check the price for today, 1F2, what's the performance for the day? 1F2 Union Gas. So now is still above the close price of the first red circle candle, but still below the high price, right? It may have the potentiality because the pattern here is quite beautiful. Okay, so this is based on the technical, the homely special indicators, multicolor dragon, the most important. And secondly, for entry point, the timing, you check the red and white circle. First red circle, the high price effective breakthrough of the high price of the first red circle candle, or effective breakthrough of the close price. Because for this case, the price has been around the close price of the first red circle for a while. It seems like the price has no intention to drop below, to drop further, right? So higher probability it would break up the high of the first red circle. If you're aggressive, maybe you check the close price of the first red circle. If you're conservative, you check the high price of the first red circle. Okay, so that's for this one. And how about some other stocks? Previously, I mentioned about Yangzijiang, right? Yangzijiang is still okay, still at the bottom, still within the sideways area, right? So we might have to wait for a longer time for Yangzijiang, because you see the price is still within the previous high level, the sideways area, the consolidation area, right? Now we see the 16 lines of homely rainbow already gathered together greatly, so that's a very good sign. And the price has no intention to drop below the support here. We are waiting for the price to break up the sideways platform here, and also we're waiting for big boys to enter again to be more than 25%. If it happens in future, right, it also might be the next Ifast. But you need patience to monitor it. Not just, check for 1 or 2 days, follow it for several days, then no movement, then you give up. Then no use. You will miss the opportunities in future. Just like Ifast, before the big rally recently, it also sideways there for a while. If you don't have patience, you will miss it, right? Before the price really gave us the big rally, it sideways there for roughly 2 weeks there, right? Sideways for 2 weeks before it finally saw up, right? So I mentioned for several times before, Singapore market, you need patience, okay? You really need patience. Okay, so that's for Yangzijiang, right? And then some other shares, maybe F17, Google Land. Okay, so this one is, you check, it's just after the price break up the white lines of homely rainbow, right? We say this means birth of dark horse. Birth of dark horse means that we might have long-term opportunity. This is the beginning of the long-term bullish reversal. Long-term bullish reversal means if you want to buy and hold for medium-term to long-term, you might consider that's the best entry point. But birth of dark horse may not necessarily be the short-term best entry point. Sometimes birth of dark horse, you also will get a rally for short term immediately, but sometimes after the birth of dark horse, the price might drop to test the support of the white lines and the other colors of lines below. Then some consolidations before it finally saw up, begin to saw up, give you the rally, right? And for Guokou Land, I mention it because the pattern here is also quite beautiful. You check. Yesterday, okay, so already turned a white circle, right? It already turned a white circle for 1 day, and then it turned to a red circle again yesterday, and it break up the white lines of homely rainbow, and big boys increase significantly. No retailer. Okay, the volume, only problem is volume is a bit low. It's around 0.69 million, less than 1 million. But I said for Singapore market, if volume is more than 0.5 million, sometimes it's already good enough. Okay, yeah, this is the Singapore style. Okay, so yeah, this one, it also the pattern is okay, and first red circle, until now the price is still below the high price of the first red circle candle, right? But this is a very long bullish candle. You can check the half level. Let's say in near future, even if the price drop, if the correction remain above the half level, here you are quite safe. Even if the price drop in near future, as long as the drop above the half of the long bullish candle here, you are quite safe. Means your stop loss should be the half level of this long bullish candle. And if the price unable to break up the high of the first red circle in near future, I would and it drop below the half of the long bullish candle, I would stop loss. But if I'm lucky, then the price might break up the high of the first red circle candle, keep going up, then I managed to capture the opportunity. I mean, you see, if you have a effective trading system to follow, you don't have to, let's say, follow some tapes, some news, or your gut feelings, and you will not be bewildered by some sudden changes, because before you buy, you already know what to do. What if the price go up? What if the price drop? What I should do in future? You already made or let's say you already got your measures to handle any possibility, any kind of situation that might come in future, right? Of course, you will have your risks under control, right? Within your control, and also you will be able to capture any chance if there is anyone in future, right? You will be able to catch it. You follow effective trading system. Okay, so because yesterday there is a new member, right? New member asked me about one share. Okay, so this is a Malaysia share. The Malaysia share is called JF Tech 0146, right? This is a new member who just joined, and yesterday, right? Yesterday he asked me about this. Why he asked me about this JF technology? Because she told me that this one has good news. What good news? This company has some sort of a cooperation with Huawei. Okay, so based on this news, she feel that wow, this share might have potentiality after such a big drop. Yesterday the drop is a very big one. It's 13% big drop, right? So she asked me, well, after such a big drop, and also we have good news, maybe tomorrow the price would begin to go up. Can I buy it? Okay, so now you can see very clearly, right? So obviously yesterday the big drop, that's the first white circle. First white circle, that's not a buy point, that's the sell point, right? That's the sell point, not the buy point. And the buy point should be a long time ago, the end of last month, right? And the confirmation comes here, you buy, and although after yesterday the big drop, you still will be able to get some small profit at least. If you are very good at short-term trading, you respond faster, maybe you will be able to, let's say, secure more of your profits. Okay, and already white circle, so we see the price today continue dropping by another 8%, right? So of course, if we check the current situation, the price got support at the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow. Yellow lines will be strong support, but who can guarantee that the price can, the support level here can hold up? The price can get enough support here and then turn upward. No one can guarantee that. It's possible that the price gets support here, might, let's say, sideways or maybe turn upward again, but we don't guess. We just follow the indicator. If really in future the share would go up again, we will have another first red circle in future. We will have the retailers disappear again. At that timing, by that timing, maybe you can consider again. You see, you following the trading system here, everything becomes simple. All the news, all the tips, the recommendations, they will become the noise. You can, maybe sometimes you cannot avoid this noise, right? So every day you are forced to accept this information, but you can just ignore them. You can hear them, but you make a decision based on the trading system here, because this software has a history of 22 years, and we have numerous Homely members who are using the software. The success rate has been tested for a long time. It's 87%, not 100, okay? It's 87, already enough for us to become a winner in the stock market. Well, that's enough. So, and I think many people, you are not, let's say, professional investors. You have your own job, you have your own life to live, and you don't want to spend too much time on stock investment to do all the study, right? So, wow, stock investment can be simple if you have your own trading system set up already. So this software here is to help you set up your own effective trading system, and also the training courses, right? Training courses for Homely members, lifelong free training courses. Every day we got a session. And also, when it comes to the training courses, I want to remind you again, this coming Saturday, right? So this coming Saturday, we have 2 seminars open for public. If you are not yet a Homely member, don't forget to WhatsApp me to register for free. The Saturday morning one, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. This one is in English, talk about the rules of market movement around the general election. And in the afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m., right, we got a session talking about how to be a trading winner in this coming November. And this is in Mandarin. Okay, so if you are not a Homely member, these 2 sessions are open for you to attend. If you want to learn from now systematically, yeah, you can register by WhatsApp to me, and I will help you register for free. Okay, so that's about the Singapore market, the potential, let's say, good stocks who might fare as what Ifast has done. Possibly some stocks with potential, with great potentialities in future, right? I shared with you my point of view based on the software. Okay, and then for the U.S. markets, yesterday we see the price for AMD, right? So AMD, it just issued its earning results for Q3, right? And actually, the results turned out to be quite satisfying. The earning results have beat the analysts' predictions about its performance in Q3. Yeah? And also, the outlook for Q4 is quite optimistic and bright. But the problem is, you see, for I didn't download it. Is it the latest? Yeah, this is already the latest data, right? So for AMD, actually the price is dropped after the earning results issued, and it's good results, right? Actually, it's good, but the price drop, right? So why the price drop? So if you want to check some news, you also will get this news about AMD is to acquire XLNX. This is another company called XLNX, right? So AMD is going to acquire XLNX in an all-stock transaction valued at 35 billion. So the transaction this deal is paid by stocks, not by real money, right? It's an all-stock transaction, means in future, shareholders of XLNX would be able to get some shares of AMD. Okay, a certain amount of shares of AMD. So this is the acquisition news. Because of this acquisition, then let's say the profit of the shareholders of AMD would be a bit, let's say, influenced. That's why the price dropped yesterday. This is the analysis based on fundamental, right? On fundamental analysis, from the angle of fundamental analysis. If you check the news about this acquisition, then you come up to the conclusion that the price drop because of the acquisition news, right? And if you check technical analysis, everything becomes even much more simpler, because currently the price has been remain in white circle. White circle means for short term it's in correction. The yellow lines as the support, but the price already dropped below the yellow lines, right? Already dropped below the yellow lines on 21st October, right? After that, although the price is rebound, but the yellow lines here acting as very strong resistance. So the price get a resistance. If energy supply is not sufficient, it would drop again, right? That's why yesterday the price dropped, because now the price is faced with the resistance of the yellow lines of homely rainbow and also the white circle here. The white circle here also is acting as strong resistance. Price unable to break up the resistance, so it drop. Okay, and this is for why the price dropped, right? But considering if AMD in future really the performance would be very well for quarter four and for next year, maybe AMD still would have opportunity in future, right? And if we check, this is from the angle of fundamental analysis. If we check technical, currently the big boys around 50%, and the retailers just a bit, not so much, right? So if in future the price go back above the yellow lines again, and we can consider maybe next recycle, first recycle in future, which is above the yellow lines of rainbow, right? We can consider again. This is how we make a decision to buy, not now, because now it's white circle. White circle means we keep looking on, stay sidelined. We wait until the price go back above the yellow lines, and until we have the first recircle in future, then we can consider to buy again. Okay, so this is for how to deal with AMD, why the price drop, the reason, and how to deal with it in future, right? And then the other one is about Alibaba, right? So because Alibaba it is both listed in US and Hong Kong, right? We can check them one by one. For the Hong Kong one, it's already many red circles until now, right? So it's very high for short term. The principle is never chase after the rally. See, everything becomes simple. Making a decision becomes quite simple. You follow the system, whether or not I should buy, right? And the success rate is high, right? And then for Alibaba now, of course, for the Hong Kong one, Alibaba, it's not the entry point. Although we have the good news about the Ant Group IPO, right? Ant Group IPO, that's good news. Alibaba also might be let's say beneficial from this IPO. The chart for today, we can check the price for today for the Hong Kong one Alibaba, and when it's downloading data, let's check the US Alibaba first. Okay, so the US Baba, actually the price has been saturated for a while. It turned to white circle for several days, short-term correction, right? And last night it turned to first recircle. It's the first recircle, and first recircle is supposed to be the short-term entry point. Considering the big boys around 75% is quite bullish, and first recircle, short-term entry points, we wait for the confirmation, which is the price in future, close price in future should be higher than the high price of the first recircle candle here, right? And your stop loss level, two levels. One level is half of this long bullish candle here. This is your first stop loss level. The second stop loss level in future would be your let's say the first white circle in future. Okay, if in future the price didn't keep going up, a drop, when to stop loss, half level here, and the first white circle in future. That's your final defense line, your final stop loss level. You follow the trading system here, success rate high, and always can catch some profit most of the times and avoid the potential big risks. Okay, so this is for Alibaba, right? And for this is the US one. US one happens to be the potential buy points, right? And for the Hong Kong one, BABA 09988, right? Okay, so today you see the price a gap up open, but this is simply not the entry point for short term. Once you already got your trading system right, then you need to strictly follow it. Even sometimes you want to buy, if it's not a buy point based on the trading system, don't buy. You follow the system. If you don't follow the system, then the system means meaningless to you. Sometimes you need to, let's say, fight against your own desires, your own gut feelings, or some other people's recommendations and news, the temptations. For example, when you see this upward gap, are you tempted to buy? For a well-learned, a well-trained homely member, you will be able to resist the temptation here, because this is not my trading principle. It doesn't satisfy my trading principle. My principle is to buy. So I would rather miss the profit here than to break my rules. Okay? As long as you stick to your rules, you will be greatly rewarded in future. In one way, by great profits. In the other way, by avoiding big risks. Okay? So this is about today's sharing, and the last part for today. Let me check your stocks. What kind of stocks you would like to check? Alibaba, right? Okay, so Alibaba. Let's check Alibaba a bit. Change to Singapore market. Let's check the end of day first, okay? Okay, so follow the trading system. What the system tells us? First white circle, several days ago, 23rd October, right? And big boys less than 25%, retailers around 25%, and currently the yellow lines acting as support. But if the downward momentum is quite strong, also possible the price may drop below the support level here. Now it's still above, right? And apart from the support here, above we have resistance around the previous yellow Tai Chi signal here. It will be very strong resistance. If the price really wants to continue going up in future, firstly, it has to break up the strong resistance here of the previous yellow Tai Chi. If the price wants to have such kind of upward momentum, strong upward momentum, the big boys need to increase to be more than 25 at least, and it will be the best if big boys can reach 50 and retailers need to disappear, right? So this is we check the end of the chart. Looks not a very good entry point now. If we check the real-time chart for today, any change? U09. You see, still remain bearish, right? If we remain bearish, we keep monitoring. This one, at least the trend is still up, right? At least it's still uptrend. Only that now the upward momentum is not that strong. The big boys, yeah. Let's Let me check the latest. Yeah, latest is here. Okay, so the big boys a bit weak, and also the retailers keep hanging there all the time. We need retailers disappear. If retailers never disappear, we will never have great opportunity. We will never have chance. Okay, so this is for Avga. What other shares? Aspen. Some people ask about Aspen, right? One F3. Okay, so for Aspen, what we see is currently retailers still there, right? Retailers didn't disappear. I mentioned as long as the retailers remain, we will not have big chances. And yesterday is the first recycle, right? It's first recycle yesterday, but today we don't have the confirmation yet because now the price is still below the high price of the first recycle candle yesterday. So still need to keep monitoring. If the price keep dropping further, this first recycle buy point might fail. It might fail. Okay, you see today the volume, the drop, the volume also is quite big until now, right? So yesterday, this is a full day's volume. Today, so just a half day trading, the volume is already the same as yesterday. So when the market close, maybe the volume might be even higher than yesterday. It's a big drop. Means a lot of people choose to take profit after yesterday's big rise, 25%, right? 25% big rise yesterday. Many people choose to take profits. And the level you can check is half of yesterday's bullish candle. This is the level you can check. If the price drop below the half of yesterday's candle, means it turned bearish for at least the short term. It turned bearish for at least the short term. If the drop can remain above the half level, or in near future it go back above the half level again, maybe in future we may still have opportunity for this one, right? But I mentioned as long as the retailers remain, we don't have a big chance. The good thing is at least the big boys for this one around 50% already for more than 1 week. That's the good thing. And also the trend is up, right? The trend is up, and this belongs to the healthcare sector. Recently, the healthcare sector still remain quite weak. If in near future the sector becomes strong again, maybe this share would have chances. And if this share would give us the rally, maybe for other healthcare shares like medtech and real estate also might have chance. But now all weak. All these healthcare shares are weak because now the sector is weak. Okay, so that's for Aspen. Okay, so yeah, I think today I will call it the end today now. And in the end, don't forget like my public page, and also if you like this video, don't forget give me thumb up, right? And because for me, I really need your encouragement. If I feel less motivated to produce more and more videos, maybe I will figure out another way. So I hope to get your support, and if you like the video, feel free to share with your friends. And I hope more and more investors can join us, learn and improve together, and diagnose stocks together. Because I feel that recently a few people come to diagnose individual stocks, right? So I hope that more and more people can join us in future. And I definitely need your sharing. I need your support. Okay, so looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.